Hello and welcome. My name's Colin and I'm here with a video review of the Good Newspaper this month, and it's Christmas, the Christmas edition. So we're looking forward to hearing some good Christmas stories, and I'm with my friend Mark. So Mark, over to you.
Thank you, Colin. Just a couple of quick things about me. I was born in America. I grew up in America. I love sport and I love Jesus. So the article in this edition, this December issue of the Good Newspaper that captured my attention is in the sports section on the very back page. Now, growing up in America, if you're from my generation, now I played baseball, I watched baseball, went to baseball games. I still follow baseball. People from my generation would know the story of the 1969 Miracle Mets. Now, the New York Mets were a new baseball team. And what happens in America when there's a new club, they are absolutely terrible for a period of time. And that was the New York Mets story for, I think, the first 9 years of their existence. Then in 1969, that season, the New York Mets started off in the same way, losing. Then suddenly, everything turned around. And that was the miracle. They ended up winning 100 games. They won the World Series. And this article on the back page of the Good Newspaper focuses on one player from that team, Rod Gasper. I remember Rod Gasper, and he happened to score the winning run in one of those World Series games. And the story in the Good Newspaper shifts from the Miracle Mets of 1969 to a lasting miracle that took place in Rod's life. It happened on Christmas morning in 1976 when Rod was reading the Bible, and he suddenly realizes that every word of the Bible he's reading is true. Rod invited Jesus Christ into his life as Lord and Savior. And there's an invitation for all of us. This is what Christmas is all about. God coming to earth as a man, Jesus Christ, to change us. The rest of the article here focuses on two incidents in Rod's life. One was just a bit of encouragement that Jesus gave in a work situation, but the other was a heartbreaking tragedy that Rod and his wife had to endure. Now, when tragedy strikes, that's the time when a lot of people blank God or blame God, but Rod and his wife did not give up on God. So there's an article there that is really good food for thought, good inspiration, good encouragement. I encourage you to get the Good Newspaper and read about Rod, the Miracle Mets, but also the miracle of Jesus Christ who transformed his life. Over to you, Colin.
Thanks, Mark. That's a really good story there. Yeah, the one that caught my eye is this one here: Christmas miracle saves single mother. It's wonderful when you hear stories at Christmas time, but God works the whole year through. And what struck me about this story is that how God made somebody knock on this woman's door just at the right time. And he works through circumstances, and he works through situations. And so often, you pray about something and God will work. It was only this morning, actually, I was praying. I was feeling a bit sorry for myself, and I was praying about some things that people hadn't actually contacted me for several weeks, some people. And after I prayed, there was 2 emails, 2 contacts from these people. It was amazing. So God does work. And in this story, going back to this story, this lady called Sally was so depressed on Christmas Day some years ago that she planned a suicide. Because Christmas can be a very depressing time for people. They can feel particularly lonely at Christmas. I mean, she'd had a very bad background. She'd been badly treated when she was a child. Her mother said to her that she wasn't wanted. So she had a history of depression and got into drugs and goodness knows what. Anyway, she planned. She had a little baby, and so she planned to kill herself. When somebody else came into the hostel she was staying at, she thought, well, when they come back, I'll take these pills, and so I die. There'll be someone there for the baby. But as she started taking the pills, long before anyone else came back, there was a knock on the door, and she ignored it at first. Then it kept going, so she thought, I'll give them a piece of my mind, get rid of them, and then I can kill myself. Anyway, they opened the door, and it was a friend she hadn't seen for years, somebody from school, and she was amazed to see this person. Hadn't seen him for 5 years or so. And this person came in, and to cut long story short, this person's life had completely changed because she'd become a Christian, got to know Jesus. And through this encounter, Sally forgot about the suicide, and she too became a Christian, and God started to change her life. He works through situations and circumstances. So whatever your situation is now, whatever despair you're in, he can work in yours too. Mark, over to you.
Thank you, Colin. What a great story. God's timing is amazing. Another little thing about me, Christmas is my favorite time of year. And this Christmas, I do encourage you to get a copy of the Good News paper and read the story of Rod. And remember that Christmas is about God caring for you, loving for you, coming to this earth for you. His timing is always perfect, as Colin said, as expressed in that article. His timing for you will be perfect also. His love is great. Have a happy Christmas. Thanks for listening.